Rejected to low self-esteem, she had bad genes. Wandering, looking for some validation. She thinks she found it and now her heart is racing. It was her first time, she had no priors on her. She had a clean record, she had no liars on her. He led her gently as he took her virginity. She thought she felt alive, but she only felt stupidity. And her duplicity forgot to use protection. In that moment, all she wanted was affection. You know the type that her parents never showed her. The type that doesn't beat you up, berate you, or ignore you, but rather the type to hold you or console you. She was more accustomed to the type that would control you. The curse is generational, so doomed she would repeat it. Now she got a baby, but ain't got no way to feed it. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong, nobody's weak, nobody's strong, nobody's rich, nobody's poor, nobody's ball, nobody's score, nobody's loss, nobody's win, nobody's grace, nobody's sin, nobody laughs, nobody cries, nobody lives, but everybody dies. Picture this, a 5-month-old weeping, laying on a cold floor, baby's not sleeping. Formula is out and her diaper's overdue. Mama's trying to bathe her in a tub filled with mildew. Who are you? Social service at the door. Droppers on the countertop, roaches in galore. Caseworkers documenting, snapping on the phone. Deemed the mama fit, removed the baby from the home. Now the girl's in foster care, she did it for the check. She couldn't care less cause his deposit was direct. With no awareness, the motto was neglect. It's not a fairness, rather cause and effect. This type of life is more common than you think. Enough to make a sober person drink. You should never judge a person's right to choose until you've had a chance to walk a mile in their shoes. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong, nobody's weak, nobody's strong, nobody's rich, nobody's poor, nobody's ball, nobody's score, nobody's loss, nobody's win, nobody's grace, nobody's sin, nobody laughs, nobody cries, nobody lives, but everybody dies. All that baby ever wanted was stability, but all she ever got was chaos and fragility. It's no surprise she ended up in a facility with your tax dollars paying for her penalty. With no penance, tell me, are you pro-life or pro-life sentence? Please enlighten me, it's hard to tell the difference. Do you really follow God or are you just religious? Now back to the story at hand. Let me break it down further for you folks to understand. A home she couldn't find and a job she couldn't land. So once again she fell into the cradle of a man. Now it's 9 months later. She thought about her life as she questioned the creator. She thought about the mother that she barely could remember. She thought about her cellmate and Publius Defender. How could she bring a child onto earth when it seems she'd only bring them to existence that is cursed? As she sat there staring at the Bible with her hands on her stomach, said that she would break the cycle. With her hands on her stomach, said that she would break the cycle. With her hands on her stomach, said that she would break the cycle. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong, nobody's weak, nobody's strong, nobody's rich, nobody's poor, nobody's ball, nobody's score, nobody's loss, nobody's win, nobody's grace, nobody's sin, nobody laughs, nobody cries, nobody lives, but everybody dies.